one of the conversations that we constantly have with our staff is, if we remove OC, what are we actually providing for folks? And the rationale, part of the rationale was staffing, so increased numbers of both probation staff, and then another huge ask was for mental health staff. I believe both requests were somewhere near 30 million each, and so I think ultimately became cost prohibitive, and the board did not award us with those staffing numbers. We've had some discussions as a leadership team about how to move forward with that. The first part is to unpack what's there and to see which parts of it, frankly, are still relevant. I don't know how much the plan aligns with, with the Care First reforms that this county is undergoing.
I just wanted to comment on the fact that Mr. Bettino stated they needed to revisit this plan that was devised in 2019. Yes, a motion was passed in 2019 to eliminate the use of OC spray. Yes, we are 3 years out from that plan, and that probation suddenly decides that they need to revisit is just unacceptable. The fact is that the youth to staff ratio is smaller than it has ever been. And the fact also remains that probation's budget is larger than it has ever been as it relates to the amount that is spent on incarcerating a young person per year. If you can't figure out how to get it right with $1 million per kid, then there is no fixing this system.
I'm one of those kids that actually went through the system. They got pepper sprayed myself as a kid and as an adult. It's a form of child abuse. It's trauma that we have to deal with for the rest of our life.
But I apologize for the probation department if that happened to him. But it's not fair to the probation officers to come in and give 1,000% of their time, talk to the kids, love the kids, work with the kids, and do their very best.
If there's multiple of you and all of y'all can't overpower some kids, then you in the wrong line of work.
When our folks continually tell us, I'm not coming to work because I don't feel safe, and then we move towards taking this tool, all of that is in the air, all of it. It's a board directive, and we have not complied with it.
Okay, so I'm Sarah. As mentioned, I'm a project director here with the POC, and I've had the privilege of studying the 56-hour work week. So before the study began, the Probation Oversight Commission heard many opinions about the 56-hour work week, including calls to end the schedule, and other views that express that the schedule is one of the most helpful tools to do supervision work with youth long-term. So the 56-hour work week is actually made up of 3 full work days, made up of 2 16-hour shifts and 1 8-hour shift that can either be at the beginning or the end of the person's week. Dr. Reynoso and I interviewed a set of 73 people, including current and former probation employees, and that made up about 80% of our interviewees. The other 20% was co-located partners, including those from DMH and Juvenile Court Health Services, and also advocates. Staff reported that there aren't clear departmental practice standards across facilities. And I learned really that probation's line staff are all trying to figure out approaches that work for them and youth day by day. This finding seems to have very little to do with the 56 and much more to do with the department leaning on individuals to find their own motivation to drive services. Some staff do really well with this, and there are other staff who have struggles and really need clear and practical guidance, but they aren't receiving it, so they're relying on habit. Probation needs to negotiate a plan for those staff who are either not willing or interested in implementing practice change that aligns with providing a therapeutic setting for youth. So thank you everybody for listening. I hope you'll scan the QR code and visit the PO website and check out the report if you haven't yet. Thank you so much.